Interdisciplinary Intervention for Challenging Behaviors in Autism Spectrum Disorders. Interdisciplinary approach is a holistic and collaborative teamwork where the client and their family are an integral part. Most effective team shares responsibilities and promote role interdependence while respecting individual members' experience and autonomy. Fuster et al. In 2008 stated that an interdisciplinary approach can improve client outcomes, healthcare processes, and levels of satisfaction. And it is also critical for service integration. Children with ASD may present with additional maladaptive behaviors, including aggression, self-injurious behaviors, defiance or oppositionality, destructive behaviors, temper tantrums, and so on, which researchers suggest can cause family a greater stress than the core features of ASD. These behaviors can be influenced by the severity of an individual's ASD symptoms as well as their social and communication deficits. Challenging behaviors can be linked to their sensory processing differences, resistance to change, or even specific situations that the individual might find distressing or those which create anxiety or stress. In addition to core features of ASD, having autism can increase a number of risk factors like sleep difficulties or underlying medical conditions and so on. So it is vital to provide intervention to these behaviors as it hinders an individual's physical, emotional and economic aspects of that individual as well as their family. And it also obstructs their new learning experiences which hampers their employment opportunities. And these behaviors, these individuals may lack social acceptance, thereby leading to seclusion from community-based services. Finally, eventually their independent living itself is affected. They will move on to residential facilities. CADRRE interdisciplinary team includes a medical doctor, speech-language pathologist, music teacher and a percussionist, occupational therapist, Ayurveda doctor, art teachers, special educators, and psychologists.
We did a study at CADRRE to evaluate the efficacy of interdisciplinary intervention for the management of challenging behaviors in ASD. So going on to the methodology of the study. So we have taken 12 children with ASD between the age range of 4 to 8 years. So the diagnosis was based on the CAS and the ESA scores, and the duration of intervention was 9 months. Pre- and post-test analysis of intervention was done using communication metrics, sensory profile, and the child behavior checklist. So let's see some of the intervention techniques carried out at CADRRE. Our day starts with a morning routine, which includes sensory circuit and yoga, followed by a daily schedule, including sensory break or movement break in between each academic sessions, and also includes brain gym. So the classroom intervention is carried out by a collaborative team of professionals consisting of speech-language pathologist, occupational therapist, psychologist, and a special educator, and the intervention is based on the child's individual need. Coping strategies and emotional regulation strategies are some of the behavior intervention technique we are using at CADRRE, and the communication intervention is focused on communicative intent, receptive and expressive language skills, and the methods of communication intervention includes PECS, structured teaching, aided language stimulation, along with the traditional intervention strategies.
The sensory-based intervention at CADRRE consists of a sensory diet, which is an individualized sensory program that will be given to each child, and it is tailored to meet the sensory needs of each child. So this helps them to focus, to learn and acquire new skills. We also have sensory storytelling, which are using of meaningful sensory experiences, along with story narration, which are very beneficial for children who learn in a purely sensory way. We also have a calm down routine for these children, and we use several calming sensory strategies such as proprioceptive, vestibular, auditory, visual, or tactile. Some of the strategies that we use at CADRRE are rolling the therapy ball on the child, deep pressure massage, joint compression, neutral warmth, and so on. And some of them really benefit from calming music as well as other strategies. We also have a blue room and a sensory corner in CADRRE where the children can go for a break when they have a meltdown and then return back to their activities. And the activities that are given to the child are modified according to the skill sets of the child and the interests of the child. So we also do a lot of environmental modification, like having the child sit on a therapy ball, or having a TheraBand tied to the chair, or adjusting the level of noise and visual that we have. And also, some of them really benefit from giving an adaptive writing equipment. So based on the results of this study, there was a marked increase in the communication scores in the communication metrics. And the total scores from the quadrant scores in each of the sensory profile that the children had issues with considerably reduced. The problem behaviors in the CBCL score also showed marked reduction. So the outcomes of the intervention were that children started using PECs effectively for communication. They were using PECs effectively for communicating their needs, wants, or preferences. They had less sensory issues, so they could be better regulated in class. There was a reduction in classroom behaviors. They had more desirable classroom behaviors, which also improved the learning outcomes. They also improved in terms of functional skills, where they learned activities of daily living and as well as other skills. So the effectiveness of an interdisciplinary program in the intervention of children, problem behaviors in children with ASD was in par with the existing literature. Hence, an interdisciplinary team has better outcomes in the management of problem behaviors in ASD. Thank you.